Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. Guys gotta eat. It's Hayden. It's July 16th still. Monday I also got my very first binder. So I was able to wear that to my gender therapy session. Super excited about it. I'm wearing it now because I kind of wanted to show you guys. I've been trying to figure out the best way to share something very big news with all of you.
A year ago today, I posted a video on Facebook coming out to everyone I know as transgender. For those of you who remember when I did that and were my Facebook friend when that happened, I did it in the form of a poem because I felt like that was the best way I could explain how I felt and what was going on. And it's interesting. As today came up, and I knew that it would be a year since I came out to everyone, there was this new sense of, pride that I felt for myself. Because I never thought that I would get as far as I have. In my video, I wore this exact same shirt. It still had sleeves at the time. Actually, cut them off recently. But back then, I would never have really felt very comfortable wearing a cut-off shirt outside. My shoulders weren't as broad. I didn't have any muscle. And I wore a hideous hat with that video. I'm sure maybe in a year I'll think that this hat is hideous, but I think this at least goes a little bit better with what I'm wearing.
For so long I hid myself behind a veil, a label, one word, awkward. I thought my body was awkward. I wore pants in the summer because I secretly thought that my thighs were fatter than they were. And I hid this feeling behind the lies, my legs don't get hot. I'm used to it. I have to wear pants for field work.
And I don't know, it's interesting, looking back at the video, how uncomfortable I knew that I was and how nervous I was to have made the video and to post it. I remember videotaping the video over and over and over and over again, trying to get to where I wasn't using as many ums and pauses and trying to make it so that I was looking at the video as much as possible. Kind of to fake that I felt confident, but I was terrified.
A new label, because society loves them so much. One word, transgender.
I didn't think that anything directly bad was going to happen by posting it. I didn't think anyone was going to be like, so I don't agree with this and I'm no longer your friend or whatever. But I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I remember talking to my parents that night before, saying that that day, July 22nd, 2015, was going to be the day that I was going to post a video to come out. And I believe I shared that with them before I posted it, the video itself. But I remember then that morning, I woke up, I think around 9, and posted the video on Facebook after changing my name. And I sat there with the send button for the name change, and it was interesting how nervous I was to post the name change, because once you click send, you can't change it for 2 or 3 months. I remember being nervous about that, but once I clicked send, I knew that I had to explain it. I had to put up the video. And then, so I remember sitting there again with the video up, with what I had typed up, wondering if it was good enough, if it explained it well enough. And then I posted it, and waited. I sat there and waited, and my brother Sam could tell how nervous I was, and he made sure that I stopped looking at Facebook and waiting for all the notifications, and that I went downstairs and ate breakfast, took a shower, and just paused remember being overjoyed by the acceptance from everyone, and the people who didn't understand were kind and willing to have a conversation with me, and we're meeting up with a few people to explain it in person and explain my views versus their views, and come to a consensus that just worked out. Whether people agreed with it or not, that there was still a respect factor. But yeah, it's just been an overwhelmingly odd experience to be here now, a year later, and be able to look at that video again and just see how much more comfortable I am in who I am and what I'm doing and my future. Even seeing all the struggles I still have to go through with affording top surgery and my name change and gender marker change and probably hysterectomy. I'm excited for my future, and I feel like it's mine for once. And especially before I came out, I didn't feel like that was supposed to be my life. But then I remember starting testosterone on November 14th, 2015. I would like to update everyone that I am officially 2 days on testosterone. And I remember the nervousness and the excitement because everything was going to change. And I knew I was ready for that change, and I was excited. But also, there were people who were saying that I was going to regret it, and that I was doing it too fast, and that one day I was going to wake up and realize that this wasn't me, and all of that. And while I knew that was untrue, and that I knew that that was me, and that testosterone was right for me, when enough people say it, it gives you those kind of nerves, the doubt that, like, isn't yours. But then I remember each time something changed, being super excited. And still, for a few months my changes slowed or maybe even stopped, because I had too high of T levels. And now things are changing much more quickly again, and so, like, being 8 months on T, I'm still excited for every change, every darker hair, every gain for muscle in my body, and voice changes and all of that. And it's humorous to think that people said that I was going to regret this. And it comes down to people saying that I was going to regret being myself and being happy. And who's ever going to regret that? And so, if you were to ask if I regret anything that I've done, no. If I had to go back and do it again, I would. Maybe soon. But in this past year, I've learned so much about myself, and so much about the people around me, and who's there, and in what ways, that I couldn't take it back at all. So, happy 1 year of coming out to me. I'm excited to see where I will be next year. July 22nd was a day that changed my life forever, and for the better. And it wasn't all easy. And most of it wasn't easy at all. I had plenty of people who didn't understand, plenty of people who went against what I wanted to do, plenty of people who blocked me from what I wanted to do, and I've made it, and that's what's important. You'll never foresee all of the roadblocks you ever run into. You'll never be able to prepare yourselves for... You'll never be able to prepare yourself for everything that happens in your life. But you can go at everything in the same mindset that you're gonna get it done, that it's worthwhile, that you're worthwhile. And with a positive mindset, you can do anything. So I sit here, and today I move into fall housing for my senior year of college, and I'm excited and I'm happy. I think for once in my life, I can definitely say that I'm happy. Moving into the apartments that are gender neutral, because me and my best friend worked on getting gender neutral housing before we came here last year. And now there's a whole apartment building that is strictly gender neutral housing. We're currently still working on gender neutral bathrooms and hope to have some of those implemented before we leave. And I'm just excited for the year. I'm nervous for grad school, for applying for all of that, but this is my senior year. I move in to the last place that I'll live on campus in Monmouth, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to take whatever life gives me and make whatever I can out of it. Because 1 year ago, I came out as Hayden Reed Fulford. And I can't thank myself enough, I can't thank my past self enough for being strong enough to do that. For being strong enough many times to put my foot down and say that this is what I'm doing and no one can stop me. It's been a tough journey, and it's far from over. But I think I'm ready. And so, yeah. Thank you all for being a part of my journey and for supporting me and loving me for who I am. And I'm excited to post more updates, and even more excited to show you in a few months where I've gotten in a year on testosterone. I love you all, and I will see you next time.